Welcome back. So, in the previous part, Renya Gouto figured out he was speaking Chihiro Morimura from 2188. And as we know and how that works and everything, that's all. Let's go back to this. Oh, probably best go there. It's like that is you. That one on the left in that image. It's you. From way before this whole thing started, based on what Fluffy said millions of years ago. So it's like, that explains something about that. So that this log I was questioning at the end there, the transmission from Tetsuya Ida to Renya Gouto, it's like, okay, because I was asking who he was speaking to. It's like, it's right there, Renya Gouto. Okay. Let's continue anyway. We got like a little bit answered there for me. See where we go now that we've got the professor around.
Aegis activation confirmed. The terminal is completely sealed off.
We did it.
They've changed targets. The next terminal is just over there.
They're already on the move.
Can't even let us catch our breath, huh?
I haven't hit my operating limit yet, but I'm going to dismount.
Whoa, hey, then who's taking point?
Pull it together. We don't need orders to kick some ass.
So this is pretty much what we've seen from the destruction stuff, so... So is his story going to take place during that now? Potentially?
You can relax, kids. I'm back in the fight.
I won't be long. It's up to you.
Fine then. Let's roll, Yuki-chan.
Chihiro-san.
Or are we going back after Aegis activation? Okay. Does that say on the sign there, Hamburger? Because it doesn't say hamburger. That says hamburger. That says hamburger.
Chihiro-san.
Look at that sunset. Just like it was back then. It's beautiful. I'm guessing you were monitoring me with a drone?
I have one locked on to you, yes. Their target's changed. They're coming back this way. It's dangerous here. We need to get you to safety.
Aw, don't tell me you're worried about me.
It is that interesting aspect with this now. Like, you know, when I was trying to figure like how many Morimuras there were and like who came from where and like why there was two and all that type of stuff. Like, oh, it makes sense now because it's like, yeah, this is a completely different one when you think about it.
How about you mind your own business?
Oh.
You already know how I feel. This is what I wanted.
Still.
More importantly, can you really afford to waste your time here? Or have you already given up? The invasion is still in its preliminary phase.
I've got time. First, I need to get you somewhere safe.
There are no safe places left. At least, none left for us. We're not safe anywhere. But you know that well enough. You're just losing precious time. Go focus on the job you're supposed to be doing.
Understood. I'll go.
It's one aspect I've got in my head about this whole thing of like, the only way to escape is by going to Sector 0, yeah? Why is that the only way to escape? Like, if the sectors are remade and that's what the loops are and stuff like that, why not just leave the vicinity? Can't you just go out into like the rest of the world and then come back later? Why can't you do that? That's something that's still in my head right now. It's like, there's some like overarching thing to me where it's like, maybe it is actually all, like, even this aspect to it, or maybe that is a simulation. Just like the Sector Zero is a simulation within a simulation. There's still that aspect to me of like, why could you not go beyond the end of the world that we saw in Amaguchi's story? Why are you stuck in the sectors? I was hoping to see someone try, and then it'd be like, oh, we can't get out because of like it's super thick metal and we don't have the tools and all that kind of stuff. Something like that, you know. It's like, especially with the flying ones. Yeah, it's just like there's still a few things that's like, well, how does that work? Why can't they just leave the like just go to the opposite side of the planet potentially, you know? If the entire planet's meant to have been terraformed.
You'll find it safer towards the river.
Oh.
If, hypothetically, you wanted to know.
Guess we leave her alone then.
Wait. As long as we're both here, there's something I want to clear up. So, tell me. You were in love with Miss Morimura, weren't you? You said she was mind-hacked. But it was more about you being jealous, wasn't it?
That's hardly...
This may be our last chance to talk. Answer me.
You are correct. Is that what you wanted to hear? That I was driven by some cheap, naive impulse? That I can't think about anything else?
And that's why you brought back my memory too, isn't it? You never cared how you managed to do it. You just wanted her back.
So much.
Gotta be careful, mate. You could end up going down the same route as Ida.
I'm glad. You really were a slave to your desires.
Okay.
That's the Renya Gouto I remember. It means I don't have to like you after all.
What the hell?
Thank you. I think that's all I wanted to hear.
Professor,
You should go. After all, we still have our bet. Although it looks like I'm about to win it.
Activate Sentinel.
Oh, already? Activate Sentinel. Like, usually that's the end scene? Interesting. I'm assuming your story's not going to be done with that. It's just, you know, comes up to the final battle. I'll be like, what?
What's wrong? Did you get separated from your mommy? Could you leave me alone? It's dangerous out here. Just come with me, okay? Will you just... What are you... Don't worry.
I just didn't see them.
If you can't find your mommy, I can help you look. We just have to run away right now, okay? Oh, there you are, Miwako. Asami-chan! I'm so glad you're okay. Jeez, you're so reckless. You shouldn't have come this way.
Kisaragi, that girl is...
I know already. I'll get back to the battle once Miwako's safe. Is someone else here? Of course not. Never mind. The evacuation route's that way. Can I bring her too? Hey! That's fine, just hurry up.
To be continued. For survival. Still not the one we need for hypocrisy there, is it? So, back to Gouto. More answers await. Flashback.
Strange. I know this is my first time here, but this suddenly makes me feel so nostalgic.
Sunsets will do that, I find, regardless of time period.
Yes, but
Nostalgic of Earth.
this must be... Well, I suppose it must be one of those places. So? Where am I going?
I've rented an apartment under a false name.
Can't be any worse than our last accommodations. As long as it's not Rebel, I'll take it.
My apologies. If it's any comfort, I'm certain nobody will find you there. Not Shikishima, and certainly not Miss Morimura. I suppose we have Ida-san to thank for all this. The funds and paperwork he prepared were invaluable.
Tetsuya Ida.
Ugh.
And he's still missing, is he?
Yes. Let's go.
Aw.
Chihiro-san.
You think I'm the professor?
That is what I said. You are Professor Chihiro Morimura, a major figure in Shikishima in the year 2188. Namely, the leader of its space initiative.
What are you even talking about?
Just some hypotheticals. A possible interpretation of the evidence I found.
Okay, say I am the professor. Remember, Miss Morimura is the one who created me. You think that was her plan? She wanted a host for the professor and not herself? How would that make sense?
Miss Morimura ran an experiment to grant her clone compatibility. She believed that you were synchronized to her. She believed it was her own data she transmitted. But it was the other Chihiro Morimura in Sector 0. And of course, you entered the world as a newborn. Incapable of verbal communication.
Slowly over time you had to learn to speak again.
So Miss Morimura never realized her mistake.
This is all speculation.
Yeah, but you're not denying it.
Certainly, yes. But if I'm right, and you are the professor, I imagine you were in quite a panic yourself. All things considered, it was a staggering deviation from the original plan.
What original plan?
Operation Aegis. Among the logs from 2188, one of Tetsuya Ida's noted that he'd found an anomaly. Chihiro Morimura was set to undergo a memory transplant in the final phase. And the final phase, well, that would be us.
Uh-huh.
The log from the future I saw first. That would be the comms log I found with my own ID.
I don't know where you think you're going with this.
I think I know.
A bit of patience, please.
Indeed.
There's a little more context I need to provide. The first log I checked held some surprises. The author seemed to be an elderly Gouto. And the date of recording appeared to be 2188. I assumed it was some future version of myself. One that had time traveled into the far future.
Nope, nope.
But now, I don't think that's the case. I believe it's the other way around. In other words, I myself am a clone of him.
Didn't deny it.
Every individual I saw in that log footage, they all created clones of themselves.
Clones. Huh?
I did find a log that proves this point.
What did you see?
A comms log between you and Professor Takamiya. Her field is genetic engineering, I note.
Recall.
Professor Takamiya. How are the projections on those self-replicating probes? The simulations look good. Especially the survey range. We never expected a rate of expansion that high. It was definitely the right call to prioritize its strength as a group over individual units. These probes are pretty much living machines now. They self-replicate using natural resources mined from asteroids in their routing. They'll just keep building up and breaking down. An infinite cycle of self-replication on its way to its target. There's basically zero chance of the tech failing midway through. They'll just keep on going. Probably long after humanity's gone. Glad I came to an expert then. All that's left is the refinement of the memory cube. The infrastructural storage cell, right? The cube's made up of 5 identical memory layers. In theory, it'll compare itself to nearby probes and use them as a template for repairs. And if it can't be repaired, well... fine, 1 probe down. We've got thousands more. And our passengers? I'll be loading them up with the DNA of all the survivors. I've already got samples and data from all 15. Now it's just down to launching them. These clones will go with all our hopes on their shoulders. By the way, what do we do about him? I mean, after that DNA test. We do nothing. He doesn't have to know. What can I even say to him? Not much, I guess.
Ooh. Need to know more about that now.
There were 15 survivors of that colony, each with a clone established to be compatible. Though they grew up in different eras, different worlds. And you aimed to replace your clone's memories with your own.
With help.
That was your real plan. Right now, I imagine your biggest question is precisely how much of that log I've seen. Am I close? You do have a genius mind, but also the form of a child. I imagine it's harder than usual to hide your agitation.
It's absolutely not.
Starts having a temper tantrum, be like, no!
Now you're just trying to trick me?
Just admit it.
I'd say, based on that log, Professors Takamiya and Morimura seem to know each other quite well. Maybe you know something about that.
Of course not.
Then perhaps instead, Tsukasa Okino? Being compatible, that makes one part of his identity clear. He's one of the 15 from the year 2188. So, any theories?
She's not doing very well with hiding her reactions.
Who was he in the year 2188?
Let's look at the log, shall we?
Care to guess?
Stop it.
No? Then allow me to clarify. That boy, Tsukasa Okino, is Professor Chihiro Morimura's son.
Ooh.
But not her child by personal conventional birth.
Oh.
The professor donated her egg cells as a young woman. in accordance with the policies on population control. No comment at this time? Their blood relation wasn't exactly obvious, until DNA testing on the clone revealed it. The professor was faced with the truth. He was her son.
Oh, I like the rubbing the little, like, bunny.
Which naturally sparked an inconvenient surge of maternal instinct. However, Okino himself didn't think highly of the professor. He had his disagreements with the project staff, too. When it seemed like her end was near, the professor recorded him one final message. One last chance for him to know the truth.
Stop! You saw that? But how?
Oh, he's probably seen everything at this point.
You'd need a biometric ID match to access that log. So you should only have been able to access your own. My logs and Okino's should have been locked off.
Thank you.
Thank you? I didn't expect a thank you there. Hold on, I had a thought, but thank you's throwing me off.
Professor Morimura.
Okay, there we go. It basically just confirmed it.
Indeed, the files I could access were somewhat limited. Mostly company logs. Meeting reports, call transcripts, bureaucratic chaff.
It's like, so, yeah, he was bluffing, right?
Barely anything in the way of your personal records.
Then, how do you know what was in my logs?
It's simple, really.
Is it? I thought he was bluffing about stuff he knew.
That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works. Did it go through?
Because he's the CEO? Maybe?
Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least.
Ba, 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 na, 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 na.
Now, with Miss Morimura's ID,
Oh, okay.
I should be able to get into her logs.
Oh!
Maybe, if I check Miss Morimura's logs, I might find a clue why your biometric ID matches hers.
That's one way of doing it.
It really is her ID.
Iori Fuyusaka?
Though unconscious, she proved very helpful. She is Chihiro Morimura, a compatible version. If you really are Miss Morimura, then you should already know who Iori Fuyusaka is. Because that would mean you hid her here in Sector 4. The plan was for the two newborns to grow up with their own separate lives. Ida-san's idea, presumably. Chihiro Morimura was planned to be placed in 2104, and Tetsuya Ida in 2024, yet neither could be found.
I knew Renya Gouto of Shikishima pretty well. You and he are very different. Except that you both make my life a lot harder. So, suppose I am the professor. Then what?
I want to know the truth. I want to know the reasons behind all of this. But that seems unlikely. I imagine you're not inclined to tell me anything.
And why's that?
It'd be inconvenient for you if we had all the facts. Considering you're trying to eliminate us. From the very beginning, you never intended for this world to survive.
No, okay. Still waiting for the, oh, we got that ready going. Now, I'm still waiting for the hypocrisy one. Like, what's gonna be hypocritical? That's the question. Okay, let's see if we've got anything else going on here. I don't imagine we will at this point. No, I'm not seeing anything really. Like, no. Let's have a look at the events where we are now. It's only missing one here before it jumps over to everything. There's one I wanted to look at. Yeah. Because this is the thing, I was discussing this down in the comments at one point. It's like how this worked, like, because I was very much pointing out like there was a time frame, and it seemed odd because I thought they went to Sector 0, and Sector 0, like, does Sector 0 have a time frame? It's like no. So what we saw when they appeared on the bridge, it's like when they came out of Sector 0. So like they went into Sector 0, came out of Sector 0, into Sector 1. It's like, yeah. So, okay. DD-426 contamination. Just get a sense of things like where stuff was. To our statement was there, biometric ID was there. It's just like we've got quite a bit filled in now, haven't we? Like, all these events are happening, so this is going to be enough one as well. It's just the odd bit here and there. And there's going to be that block at the end. Is that surveillance footage, yeah, from Ryoko's? Oh, Ryoko. There's that ampule as well. Unlocked memories. So yeah, they're going to be, I imagine, 2 more to do with Gouto, because his seemed to be following that. And then there's something here before the goodbye BJ, like something major. I'm assuming these are going to be the, well, again, because like we've seen the Gouto Sentinel activation. Maybe it's not his first activation. Maybe that would be one of them. Maybe. There is also the possibility that I could see very much happening. I could see, right, here's the thing I could see happening. Even though this says 95%, I can imagine us finishing that off, and then it's like, boom, extra character, Okino. I could see that happening. It's possible. It's possible. Anyway. We're getting a lot of answers now on how things work with things, and like the little pieces coming together. I'm still sort of like wondering how, like, let's go actually back to this while we talk about this. The sectors themselves work. Because, like, the satellite orbiting Earth had 5 colonies called sectors. Since the residential zones, Project Arc. Like, maybe it's still a satellite in orbit of a planet. That would make sense, wouldn't it? It's like, maybe it's still a satellite in orbit of a planet, and the planet's been terraformed, and they can go down to the planet once their project's complete. And they've been recreated, and it reaches the end goal, which was meant to be the 40 years. Maybe. So maybe it is creating them inside those things, and that's the reason you can't go beyond the sectors, because beyond the sectors is space. Because again, it's just that aspect of like, why can't you go beyond the sectors? Why can't you escape? Like, that's the bit that makes me, Especially because you can't see the sky. Like if you got to think, like, each one of those sectors, it's like, they're going to have a sky in it, right? It's like, looks like it's a dome of some sort, so... There's still questions about that. Because, yeah, that wall. It's like... Is that just the outside wall of the satellite? And it's still in space. Again, I feel like we'll get the answers to that. We've got answers to pretty much everything else at this point. But anyway, like I was saying, that's us done for this part. We'll carry on with Gouto because he's the only one we can carry on with. And then again, when we get the hypocrisy, we'll see where we want to carry on to. So we'll see you in the next part. Ta-da for now.